Thanks for doing that, guys.
You're like the 5th guy to come out and do that.
I know. When you do 5, you get a prize. And I found out you had 4 already.
That's it,
so.
yeah. You know, I can't say the CD title on the air.
No,
not allowed to.
You can. It's not that bad.
Yeah.
They put
I'm not allowed to, but...
Yeah, it says lift, flap, or dirty word. I haven't seen that. And the dirty word is... It's not that dirty. Who doesn't know that word by now? There are deaf babies in incubators right now who know that word.
That's true.
And
it's true. They all know the word.
It's not that dirty.
It's not. I'm with you on this.
Yeah.
I'm a company man. I work for the man. You see.
I understand. Hey, you gotta wear that suit, dude.
Exactly.
They make me wear the suit. I hear that so often in L.A. Guys come up to you. Hey, man, they make me wear this suit.
I actually like the suit. This is much better than what I have to wear.
I meant that suit in particular.
Oh,
I know
really?
That goes around Hollywood. You share that same suit. Yeah, thanks. All right.
Yeah. Well, I plugged it. And this is also it's a little different because it's recorded not in a comedy club. You recorded these?
Yeah, this was...
These were in rock venues.
Yeah, I went out. I did a couple tours in the winter and then the spring and early summer where I went out with... bands. I had bands open up for me. Why am I talking to them? Sorry. I had bands.
They want to hear too. This is just between us.
No, I'm just kidding. That was a joke. I'm sorry.
A lot of people just got very offended and left. I saw them.
I know. Their minds are wandering over to the, News at 5 thing set. What? Shh. All right. Anyway. Sorry. I know. Sometimes, you just ramble and you're not funny. And that's my job. I have one job for the next 5 minutes is be funny, and I'm not doing it. All right. Anyway, sorry. All right. Yeah. So
we're bringing James Lipton out here in just a minute. All right. But I don't want anyone to know.
Yeah. So I went. This was done at like music clubs, rock clubs, and I had bands open up for me, and it's just better. It's a better vibe, and it's a better. Energy, and I can do as much time as I want, and I can make it all ages. I can set the ticket price, and
you get all this control that you don't have if you were doing a comedy club.
Yeah, I mean, comedy clubs suck. They do, and they're pretty expensive. You got to buy those, 2-drink minimum, $8 drinks that have like really stupid names, offensive. The Richard Pryor on fire. We'll light it up for you. All that kind of stuff. And you gotta. You know what I mean, though? And you have to order appetizers, and you sit there, and it's this really staid atmosphere, and you only get to do an hour, and then you have to deal with like these kind of sometimes these hacky guys opening up for you, do bits like what if We Are the World was sung by the cast of Friends? It'd be pretty funny. I think it might go something like this, and then you have to deal with that, as opposed to
we're doing that tomorrow.
Well, look, Conan, it's a clever bit. I mean, it's something
I'm opening with it tomorrow.
I've thought about it a lot.
Yeah.
What would it sound like?
Yeah. Good. I'm looking forward to that.
But yeah, and then, when you do clubs, you have to promote it. You have to go do those morning Zoo Crew DJ things at like 6 in the morning, some godforsaken hour. No offense, but, just like, these guys are just the worst. They're so... unoriginal, and they all think they're being the funniest guys, and they got those. They're still telling Monica Lewinsky jokes, and they're, it's like, hey, there's always 2 guys in, Hawaiian shirts. You can tell they just did a pound of blow, and they're like, all right, there's always 2 guys. One's an animal, and one's a nutty guy, So it's the bear and the crazy doctor, and whatever. And it's the same everywhere, and it's awful. And
that sounds very depressing.
It is.
But on a lighter, on a lighter side, you were part of an anti-war march recently.
It was a lot.
Wasn't that a fun transition?
You say that like it was in somebody's backyard.
Yeah. No, but I heard this about. I heard that you took part in an anti-war protest.
I went to the march in Washington, the one that nobody read about. That was a couple days ago, and it was, it's something I believe in. That's why I went. It's a huge pain in the ass to get yourself up and go down to Washington just to march around in a circle for, to say something to the president who isn't even there. He's in Cabo San Lucas doing shooters, and so I mean, but it was really, it was really kind of embarrassing, and it wasn't. you know, I marched and I made my physical presence known, but I didn't do any of that chanting because it's embarrassing. You have all these people with these mixed messages, like people going, free Mumia, and, you know, make marijuana legal. And you're like, come on, that's not what this is about. Right. You know, you got and all these college kids who are excited about being in a march and painting their faces, you know, and piercing their lip and going, look, I pierced my lip for the war effort, you know, and just, you know, chanting this stuff like, 1, 2, 3, 4, we don't want your racist war. You're like, what? It's not racist. Shut up. Stop
Sounds like you were getting really irritated at the other people.
Yes, I was. These guys, you know, in like Silver Robot, you know, another Silver Robot against the war. Like, what are you talking about?
Well, you know what? My wife is from Seattle, and I've been in Seattle when they're doing like they're having the trade protests and stuff. And there's clearly there are people there that are just confusing it with Halloween. There are people that there's always a guy there with like a weird snake jester hat who's like, woo! And if you grabbed him and said, "What is this protest about?" he'd be like, "I don't know, man."
Oh man, it is for so many people. Like you see these like old hippies with no bras on, and their breasts are like hanging out to here, like talking like little kids with banjos going, "Oh, Mr. Bush, you are a fool." Shut up. Have a party later. You want to do a service and like, shave your armpit hair, put your shirt back on, and dress like the people you're protesting against, and then you'll have more of an effect. I mean, you have the party later. Go to Vermont and have your big party, but let's get some work done.
You're the most irritated protester. Well, Shut Up You Blanket Baby is in stores now. And Clash of the Titans. This is Mr. Show, yes. Kids in the Hall, Triumph, The Insult Comic Dog, and Janine Garofalo, November 17th at the Wiltern Theater in Los Angeles, California.
Benefit for autistic schools.
Yes.
And it's going to be great.
It's going to be a great show. It's a great lineup.
And there's an web, I just want to say this real quick. Sure. If you go to bobanddavid.com, which is a website I do with Bob Costas, then go to
you guys
Bob
are very funny together.
Yeah, well, he covers sports, so I do the rest of stuff.
Yeah.
And there's a web auction with tons of stuff. You win a trip for two to Saturday Night Live.
Oh, my.
Or a trip for two to Conan O'Brien. And amongst other things. And there's all kinds of all right.
Yeah. And that's if you lose. All right. David Cross, thank you for being here. Good to have you. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. Stick around.